And we're live. Welcome to Beers with Bad Company. I'm your host, the Beer Man, and as usual, if you're a minor, don't drink on YouTube. Pretty sure it's against the law. Everybody else, bottoms up. Roy, where the fuck's your beer? What the fuck is that?
That's a PBR poured into a glass.
PBR is okay. I can let you slide with that one. Now, there was something I wanted to start with, and I can't remember what it is. So I'm not going to start with that, even though I wanted to. Yeah.
You never know.
Anyways, we got a late start because logistical issues, but we're sorted out now. We can go. As you can see, this fucking bullshit braid's back because I got my bike again. So, happy about that. I get to, run the roads full of debauchery and complete degeneracy and just be an overall badass. Well, I mean,
Yes.
I may be slightly exaggerating, although I did put an awful lot of miles on the bike today just because did you know that in schools nowadays they have an esports team? And my
Not
son is on it.
surprised. Is that like playing video games?
Yeah, they have video game competitions as a school fucking team. Now, I'm not against this. If they had that when I was in school, I would have done it. Just would have been one more thing that I would have fucking beat everybody else at.
Yeah, of course.
Well, of course. That's
You had an advantage. You were 30 when you graduated.
Well, this is elementary school. I graduated on time from that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Uh, so he did the same team last year, and it's Mario Kart that they play, right? So here I am thinking, you know, I played Mario Kart back in the day. Why don't you get your teammate to come over tonight, like the night before we go, and we'll practice. Maybe the old man can teach you some tricks. And those kids whooped my ass.
Of
It
course.
is
They've been.
not the same game that I used to play. Oh yeah, Rainbow Road's still a fucking map on it. Not the same fucking thing. Now they got all sorts of fancy shit going on. It's not like just learn the shortcuts on each course and you're good. Like it's now you got to push a lot of buttons, and I just don't know all of these things. And they just
I've
whipped my ass.
I've never played that game. Like it was kind of past. Like I was already older when that came. Like that was a later
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, no, it makes sense. You're old as fuck. I get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so last year I went, and it was a fun time actually watching the kids play, and I liked all the single mothers coming all up on me like, oh, look at this guy. He actually cares about his kids and takes them to these things. And, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Little do they know.
I had to turn down an awful lot of vagine. You know what I mean? And it
I'm
was
sure.
tough. It
I'm
was
sure
tough.
you had to like get a stick and beat them back, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I'm not out there beating women publicly, but it was close. It was close. Like I had
Okay.
to explain just how dangerous what they were doing was. You know.
What was
Um,
dangerous about it? Your old lady?
well,
Dangerous?
yeah, they're all like, "Hey, so are you single?" I was like, "Oh my God, you have." I am so far from single. It's not even fucking close. You need to leave me the fuck alone, lady. Anyways, so I got on the bike today. So last year we had to drive all of the kids, right? This year they had a bus taking them all for the team. Cool. So I just hopped on the bike and I fucked off for the 45-minute ride to Opiago to go watch him play fucking video games. Not like I haven't seen him fucking play video games for 1,000 fucking hours before, but this is, it's competition, and whether it's video games or real sports, I want to be there and watch my boy compete. It's means a lot to him. So I did. They made it to the finals. Like they fucking smoked everybody in the prelims. It was funny because his teammates recognized me, saw me walk in as they were playing, and his teammate was he was hard on the gas there. He was whipping some ass, and my boy was like last place, being fucking terrible, shit in the bed completely. And as soon as the fucking race ends, he looks over at my kid and says, "Hey Jackson, your dad's standing right behind you, and he watched you choke." And he turns around and looks at me. He's like, "Oh shit." Like, yeah, and you can't even complain about ping and the internet being the problem. This is local gameplay, boy. It was funny. Anyways, once he saw me there, now he's on a mission, and it's Mario Kart. But he was on it. They were doing good. I missed the finals. I had to get back into town, but they ended up losing. I think they finished second or third for the day. Either way, it's fun. I didn't know before this that esports was a thing in fucking schools, but it would have been kind of cool back in the day if I would have got to do that too, because I had to just stick to like real sports, you know.
Well, they have to do something to let them have a little bit of entertainment while they're being trained to be government slaves.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
you got to give some type of entertainment while being taught how to be a lemming.
Breads and circuses, breads and circuses. We
Yeah,
got a
I mean,
super
I
chat
was the
from your
captain of the chess team, so I was all in of the nerdy shit when I was in elementary school. Whatever.
yeah, super chat.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I don't care. Like, so just out of curiosity, Roy, are you surprised that he's watching the show after last week?
You know, I don't know if you remember last week. I kind of just disappeared and never came back. Do you remember
No.
that? I just kind of ran out of gas. I went to go take a piss, and I sat down for a second, and I just kind of passed out. Um,
I don't
yeah,
recall.
I'm not surprised. I mean, like he was like y'all had like a real internet exchange last time.
What?
Like it was, you called him a dumbass and him retorted. I mean, it was a good,
That's it? The worst I said to him was dumbass? I had people messaging me like, dude, you got to take that show down. Like,
I don't. I mean, I don't know how long it went after I left. Honestly, I don't
well,
remember
that
things.
shows how much I remember of anything because I don't remember you leaving.
Yeah, I just kind of walked off and bit the dust. I didn't say, "Hey, I'm gone" or "I'm not coming back" or whatever. I always try to stick it out to the end,
Well,
but I
yeah,
just didn't.
generally we end up getting drunk, kicking everybody else off the show, and just the two of us drinking afterwards offline, where we can talk about the
Yeah,
things that everybody in the crowd wants to hear about. And I'm like, fuck you guys. You got to get into the membership section to hear about that stuff. And I don't share it there either.
and it's only $9.99 a month
Is that
for
what it is?
for your entertainment dollar. I don't know what it is. You don't even
Well,
have
he
a member
says
section.
I abused him, then booted him. So,
Yeah, okay, Eric, get used to that. He likes to berate people, and then like in the ultimate power trip move, he kicks them off the show.
okay,
So
so the thing is, I do that to my friends.
that's true. That's true.
I don't even like this guy. So
Well, you
it
do it.
had to have been worse.
You do it to a lot of people, but I mean, you definitely do it to your friends for sure. I don't
Well,
know
I
if
mean, I kind of do it to everybody, but I mean, like,
I don't know if Nanya would be a friend that considered to be a friend.
no, no, no. I definitely do it to people I don't like too. But I mean, if I'll do that to my friends, what am I going to do if I don't like them?
That's true. That's true.
And there's not a whole lot of people in arm wrestling that I dislike.
Uh, he tried abusing me verbally, then he booted me. I don't think he tried abusing you verbally. I think he did. I mean,
So I
but
recall putting it to the vote to see if people wanted me to send him the invite so I could just abuse and bash him.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And it barely won that people wanted to see him be abused. And I know that he posted on Facebook about how the fans have spoken and they all want me on there. It's like, you realize they wanted you on there to watch me just tear you apart, not because they like you. They just find it funny when I'm that much of a dickhead, especially to a fucking guy that they don't like you. But whatever. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep.
sometimes it's
Yep.
hard to teach people things.
Yeah, can be.
Oh, there it
Um,
is. I had no choice but to acknowledge him. He is fucking Roman Reigns, the prick. Cool. Captain Obvious, Beerman, you finish work on Lord Sparkle Puff's drawbridge. So that is an intricate question because I started every project, or every project I started, I finished. And basically, those were just cases of Sparkle Puff. Uh, we got the square root of fuck all for actual work done. We just got fucking obliterated, hammered.
I can't believe it. I'm shocked.
Dude, I was there for 2.5 days and we drank 2 24s of fucking Sparkle Puffs.
Damn.
So if you were to
Oh,
do the math out on alcohol consumption and over volume and stuff like that, 8 Sparkle Puffs,
oof.
I think it's 8 Sparkle Puffs is the equivalent of a 24 of Bud Light.
Yeah, but it's
And
really more
we
than that
we
in actual
drank
fact.
42 Sparkle Puffs in 2 days.
Yeah, that's no 48.
No, we didn't quite finish the second one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right,
So, I mean, still, that's like 120
that's
fucking beers or something that we went through.
that's a lot.
Yeah, in like 2 days.
I've got a buddy that
And
goes
he's smoking
camping.
those fucking diamonds the whole time.
Yeah,
So I
dude.
did more drinking because that's what I do. But he did a good bit of drinking, and we had Benny B in there. You'll see him in the chat every now and then. He was there, and he did a good bit of drinking and a good bit of smoking diamonds. So he was like somewhere in between. He didn't drink as much as me, but he didn't smoke as much as Dave. And it was a nice little conglomerate, I guess, of getting just completely fucked the entire time. It was rough, man. It was tough. Like I had to drive 3 hours home without
Ugh.
getting any goddamn work done,
Or sleep.
just so I could fucking recover, so I can go back and party again, and probably still not get any goddamn work done. Dave, I know you're in the chat. No fucking Sparkle Puff until we started working. Fuck.
Till we started working.
That's twice I've been down there to fucking help work and just got fucking wasted consecutive days. Like, relax, man. Relax. I do like to drink it, and it don't take me much to be convinced of, hey, you want to just get fucking wasted instead of fucking doing the work? Yes, I do.
Oh,
And that's what we end up doing like every fucking time. Oh, no,
twist
no,
my
there's no
arm.
bones in my arm when it comes to drinking. So, yeah, look, Meta, I almost gave up on him having a. No, no, no. I'm still going to do the show. I would have started the show at 8. Just there was some logistical issues that had to be overcame. I'm doing the show at the beer man's house, or at the beer hand's house, and he was late. And I didn't
Fuck.
want to do the show from the parking lot because there's no light.
Sorry, I had to work.
Fuck your job, man. The goddamn show must go on. That's the rules. The show must go on. So the show must go on at 9. That's how that works out.
The railway must go on too.
Fuck the railway. People haven't even used a goddamn fucking railroad in like 70 fucking years, you piece of shit. The government just keeps paying you like you're fucking foreign aid or something. Nobody even uses the railway anymore. Fuck sakes. They have airplanes now, you dumb fuck. You don't need a fucking train to travel. Fucking guy.
It's called a state train.
When's the last time you had to sit there and wait for a fucking hour for a train to go by? Never. Nobody does anymore because they fucking have fucking planes. You don't gotta wait for trains anymore. Planes, trains, and automobiles. You know what? There's no more fucking use of fucking trains. They're not real. They're made up. Made up. Made up.
How's the name tire get their shit?
From truckers,
They get them from training.
which aren't fucking all in jail anymore because of the fucking protests. I'm not getting into that one either. We're allowed to be truckers again. Dakota, I sent you the goddamn link. I want to hear about your shit.
Yeah.
Captain Obvious, yes, David and I, we got on the table. We did some arm wrestling. Roy's probably sending a goddamn link to Cobra and then lying about it already.
You know, what about Big B? I need to send it to him, don't I?
Yes, I did not send to Big B.
All right, I'm gonna send it to him.
Oh my God. My phone is going silly. Fuck, dude. I sent links through Facebook. I don't know how to send to goddamn emails. Fuck. Let me try. Oh, you're gonna have to give me a minute. I don't know how to do this.
Email. Just copy it and paste it into an email.
Yes. The problem is, I fucking
Or send me his text me his email on Facebook Messenger,
Is
and I'll
that
just email.
easiest.
Yeah, just text it to me and his email address, and I'll send it to him. If you
No,
have a
that's
hard
the
time.
fucking wrong goddamn links. Okay, whatever. Here, I send this to Roy. Where the fuck's Roy?
Just his. All I need is his email address.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it, man. Like, look, you know I'm fucking retarded, so stop it.
Okay. All right.
I don't know which one I sent you. Was that Dakota or Brian?
Brian.
Okay. Well, now I send you Dakota.
Okay, so just send it to Dakota.
No, send it to both.
Send it to both. Okay, I'll send it to both. All right. All right, give me just one
Man, this
second.
is way too much fucking work.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of copy and pasting going on here.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do the email thing. I don't know how to fucking do it. Like, it's apparently they're in a fucking hurry.
All right, well, if they're listening to the show,
Whoa,
I
Jesus.
just sent it to them. So
Okay, so I just got the link to the live, not the Zoom. Well, fuck. I don't even.
no, I sent the Zoom link.
Well, I mean, I fucking forwarded your link to them. I don't know how.
You just
No, Eric, you and fucking Cobra don't need to fucking talk. You're a dumb fuck. And unless you come back to me with some fucking money being offered, I don't want to even talk to you. But I will read out your super chat because you did give me fucking $2, and that's going to buy half of one of my beers. Seriously, we're talking about this dumb shit. Yeah, we were talking about my fucking children, and it's my show, and I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And my children are not dumb shit to me. You're a dumb shit to me, Eric Harlan. Fuck you. Dakota, welcome to the show, my guy.
Hey guys,
What's up,
is
buddy?
my mic working good? I've been having issues with it.
Yeah, it's
No, your
working.
mic is working like
Okay.
shit. I
Perfect.
can barely hear you, but I can hear you, so good enough.
Okay.
no, it's fine. He's fucking with you. We can hear you.
No, Roy, I can hear you very clearly and audibly and loud. Not so much Dakota.
Oh, well, damn. Maybe I'll
I
talk
did turn my
louder.
volume up, and now I can hear you though.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So what you boys up? Roy, I'm Dakota, by the way. I don't think I've ever met you. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Dakota. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
Are
So
you an
in
arm
case,
wrestler?
Roy, before you do a proper introduction, ask Dakota his pronouns. Notice how I said his pronouns? Because I don't give a fuck.
God damn it. I'm not doing
What
that.
do you identify as anyways, Dakota? Because honest to God, looking at you, I can't tell.
Let me see them titties.
Is that actual pronouns? Like, are you fucking with me?
I'm a dude. I'm a dude.
You are a dude? Like,
Yeah.
but were you born a dude?
I was born a dude.
Okay. So you were born a dude. You're still a dude. You're just like a normal man. Are you straight? Am I allowed to ask that, or is that like
Yeah,
illegal?
I'm straight. You can ask that.
You are straight. You were born a dude. You're still a dude, and you're straight.
Yes.
Wow, it's actually weird to
I'm
meet
what you
one of
would
you
call
fuckers
what you would
nowadays
call
on the
normal.
internet.
Wait, what? You're what you would call what?
Normal.
Normal.
Is that what you would call it, or is that what I would call it?
I think we're on the same page, Evan.
I don't think we're in the same fucking book because you have very, very feminine features. So it just
God damn
seemed
it.
like I should be careful on this one.
Why are you going
Because
at
like,
me?
what? Have you never watched my fucking show or know who I am?
I know
The
who you
fuck
are,
do you
Evan.
expect?
But come on, I gotta give you some back.
I know
Super chat.
goddamn well that you know who I am. I've fucking read through all the messages about you trying to fucking internet blow me about how cool I am. So yes, I know that you know who I am, and you should know
Just
what I'm
because I
gonna
say
do when you
good
get
luck
on
to
this
you,
fucking
because we're
show.
fellow Canadians. Just because I say good luck to you, I'm not trying to internet blow you.
Look, I said internet blowing. I didn't say actually trying to blow. Fuck's sake. See, this is why I gotta ask those questions. You get all fucking uppity about shit. I'm just saying you got all sorts of feminine features, like you probably moisturize and shit.
Is
And
my
I'm not
half
sure if you
beard?
do that with other dudes or if that's like a
I'm
private
sorry I
thing.
can't grow a beard as good as you, Evan.
Well, like, is that drawn on or is that actually some stubble?
This is like 4 days. This is all I can do.
Dude, if you ever watched like fucking if you've ever had a fucking girlfriend that is into this fucking bullshit, you ever see a fucking episode of RuPaul's Drag Show and you're like, holy fuck, I have definitely plowed uglier women. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You know? So don't blame me for asking.
No, it's all
God.
good, man.
All right, I'll be back. I gotta get a beer.
Good. Nobody gives a fuck, Roy. Fuck off. We don't like you anyways. You fucking smell funny even through the internet, you prick. Dakota, tell me about the interesting stuff that I didn't get to hear. Also, could you be like less politically correct and like just fucking talk? I'm a fan of the debauchery. Drama's only fun when it's fun.
Well, that's why I was trying to get Brian on, man, because he'll say it how it is.
Which
But
one's Brian?
Brian was the guy had the Bears hat on.
I didn't notice a Bears hat.
Um,
So on my screen, I had you and some other dude up top, and then there was Bellin and Crowther and somebody else on the bottom. So
okay.
obviously Brian would have been one of the two I didn't know the name of.
Brian had he had the mic in front of him and like he was sitting at a setup. The other one was Zach. So
Yeah, I was listening. I wasn't really watching. Like I was trying to
that's
do
fair.
shit.
Anyways,
Zach, yeah, no, Zach was on the bottom with Crowther.
okay, so Brian was
Brian
probably
had
up.
a hat. He was up beside you. Okay.
So
Nobody knows who the fuck you are because this is a relevant channel. So first,
fair.
I guess, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and not your pronouns now that we covered that you're a dude.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sold that you are, but I'll take your word for it. It would be like biased or something, something I'd get in trouble for if I didn't take your word for it.
Fair enough. My name's Dakota. I'm from.
Are you old enough to drink?
I am. I might have to go buy some beer if I'm going
Are
to
you
stay on
drinking?
here, though. I'm not. I need to go get some beer.
Well, you should definitely do that because it's a lot more fun once you get hammered. I've become less offensive.
But I'm from Red Deer, Alberta.
You'll steal something from your dad's liquor cabinet.
I live by myself.
Bullshit! You're 30. You're fucking 13.
I'm 23. You're close though.
Not even.
I am, yeah. So I'm Dakota. I am from Red Deer, so I train from the same club as Matt Mask. Matt Mask and I are, I'll say we're good buddies. We hang out all the time, and I travel with him to. I've been to King of the Table. I've been to East versus West. I'm an up and coming arm wrestler. Still kind of getting the hang of it, but slowly but surely, I'm sure you guys will hear more about me. And then now that I'm on Evan's, now that I'm on Evan's podcast, I'm a superstar. So.
Hey, I hate to interrupt. Did you read the Sean Crowther super chat?
Yeah, that's Sean.
Yeah. He's the guy that sparked.
Sean Crowther on a super chat?
So
Yeah,
Sean
he's
is also from Red Deer. Sean,
Yeah.
Hang the
Sean
fuck
and I.
on. Let me read. Jesus Christ.
Okay, okay.
Is it my show? Am I fucking, what the fuck is wrong with my goddamn internet? Sorry, my fucking dipshit buddy, the beer hand fucking turned on his fucking hotspot. My laptop wanted to go to his instead of mine, but he doesn't have any fucking internet, so I gotta get off of that. We had a little bit of lag issues here. I think we're sorted out now. So Brian's the homo in the Bears hat now, right?
Yeah, fuck
That's
you.
what you said?
Damn.
I'll show you
So,
a homo.
Brian, is it safe to assume that you're like a straight white male or not? I don't know what
I don't
protocol
know. You
is.
find out.
Where are you from, Brian?
Either you are or you're not. I don't know. Like,
Brian and I train together. He's
Hmm.
Calgary, so like an hour and a half away, but he's really close as
Oh
well.
man.
okay, but
I'm
is
from
he
Cal.
great?
I'm from Calgary. I'm a Red Deer member too, and an
Uh,
Arm Infinity. Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, look, if you're from fucking Alberta, most of those boys are pretty cool, and it's not offensive to ask them, like, are you a dude? You've always been a dude? Like, that's cool to say?
I'm not that offended.
Because you at least look like you've always been a dude. Dakota, you can't trust, man. And, like, that's a feminine motherfucker, you know?
Well, I tell you,
So, Brian, you are a dude, always have been. We're good, right?
Yeah, we're good, man. I'm actually born down there, and I moved here years ago, and love it here in Alberta now. So, would never go back, buddy.
All right, just like fucking Matt Mask. Okay, let me read these super chats real quick because apparently you have to, or they stop doing it. Whatever. Sean Crowther, chug a beer before you get into it with Dakota and Brian. Okay. Hey, can I get a glass? Because it's hard to chug in a can.
Shotgun.
I get shotgun, but every time I fucking put my knife into the beer can, it explodes everywhere. There's still splatter on the wall.
That's not what that is.
Laptop. It's. I was paid to chug, not shotgun. So how about you go fucking eat a big pile of dicks that you just sat on, Roy? Fuck you. So there, I read out that super chat. Apparently, there's one more here. Beer means verbal abusing is overcompensated for his small manhood. Tribal chief.
Is that Eric
Oh my god,
Harlan?
this dude is such a fucking loser.
That's Eric Harlan.
This is a fucking shitty glass, but anyways,
That's not tribal chief. That's tribal chef.
About Eric Harlan's opinion of anything, although
Gave you $5. So.
I disagree. I don't think this is a compensation for my small manhood. There is really no making up for that. It's look, it's what I was born with, you know. I can't do anything about it. Like, you can make fun of me for being fat if you want, because I could do something about that. The being bald thing, not my fault. The little wiener thing, again, not my fault. But I do make fun of him for his fucking tiny chin and his affinity for children. One of which is his fault. And the chin is just funny.
And this is this is no place for penis shaming, Eric Harlan. My God.
Right. Okay, so that's an entire beer. This glass just makes it look really small. Whatever. Story of my life, right? It just looks small. It's not actually like it's full size, it just looks small, right? Maybe you're too fucking big, lady. Fuck. Cheers, Sean. Slancho. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Who was I making fun of?
Brian, sort of. You were making sure he was
talking about.
He's wearing a Bears hat. I'm gonna let it go. I like the Bears. Fuck it.
We all like the Bears.
Plus, he doesn't look like a 13-year-old girl.
Man.
Okay, so where's the drama? I want to hear about the fun stuff.
Okay, I'll start. Basically, my dad and I went to Manitoba for a tournament.
So you do live with your dad, right? He drives you everywhere. You still don't have your license?
No, I live on my own. I work. I know you don't believe it. A lot of 13-year-olds work nowadays, but anyways, we drove there and there was a tournament, pretty basic stuff. Basically there was
Where was the tournament?
In Winnipeg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the Manitoba Mastiffs got something to do with this. Did he get all
So-
sensitive about something? Was there an ethics violation?
Yes.
That's what
There
we're
was actually.
Oh my god, I love this so much. Can I get SB on here?
You should.
I actually don't know if it had anything to do with SB. Like I don't know. I just know what Curtis Mokam's been telling me because I was there. So basically, he has been asking me. Like I wrote an email on his behalf and stuff, just because of what I should pretty much just saying what I saw. But I was in the finals of that tournament against Fraser Benoit. And
You made it to the finals against Fraser, so I'm assuming you're talking left-handed.
no, this was right-handed.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What a shitty fucking tournament if Fraser makes it to the fucking finals right-handed.
And so in the finals, right-handed, basically it went to a referee's grip and just a lot of tension at Fraser's table, I guess. I honestly don't know why. It was like you said, like the tournament wasn't huge or nothing. $500 went to first place, $300 to second, $200 to third. So I feel like that had something to do with it. Basically, when I was while we were setting up, I was
Okay,
obviously
well, just hang on for a second, because $500 for first place, that's like a pretty fucking good first place prize. Like
Yeah.
that's what the MGC had when I started arm wrestling. Like you know, the whole fucking many moons ago thing.
Yeah.
As an amateur coming into the sport, $500 as first place, both hands, was like fucking badass. And Cobra, you could vouch for me. How fucking awesome and prestigious was the fucking MGC? All right. Motherfucker just walked in, showed his face, and fucked off. But
There he is.
What'd you say?
Hey,
how
Cobra.
badass and prestigious was the MGC?
Great.
Right. Like
The Mike
that's
Gould. Yeah, Mike Gould. Yeah.
the MGC, winning the MGC had you up there at the very fucking top. That and the Arnolds were like two of the very fucking biggest fucking events that you could win every year. And $500 first place was like, man, we didn't fucking travel to arm wrestle for money. We lost money if we were first fucking place, but we had such a goddamn good time. We did it because we fucking love this shit, right? There's too many goddamn prima donnas.
$500 was good money in like '83. That was like big show.
Man, 2013, $500 was like, holy shit, there's $500 for first. You got the big names coming out for $500. And I mean, your plane ticket was $1,000. And they're still like, no, there's $500 a hand here. Like,
That's cool.
RVJ was showing up pulling 4 fucking classes.
It was $500 per class.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's
It was
so
good
we're
money.
coming from a time where that was big fucking money.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let him tell a story. Let him tell a story.
No,
Shut up, Roy.
So, anyways, basically what happened is finals match ended on fouls. Fraser ended up fouling out against me in the referee's grip.
Is that because he
Mokan,
was afraid of you? You would have beat him right-handed, right?
like, you want to be honest? Like,
Don't be a bitch. Who would have won the fucking match? Would you beat Fraser right-handed or not? Jesus. Are you sure you're not a 13-year-old girl?
I'm sure we pulled once prior to that, and I thought he went early. He did beat me, so I was. I'll add this. I was B-side, so he actually fouled 4 times in the referee's grip. I think that's also why.
Oh fuck! So he fouled out twice for you to win.
Twice. Yeah.
4 fouls, but fouled out twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
He didn't want to arm wrestle you. He didn't want to arm wrestle you.
None of it.
And so
anyways, was it elbow fouls or like ref script fouls?
Ref script.
He was as hands were closing, he was closing and pushing forward. So he was trying to set that.
Was there a go?
No goes.
No goes. 4 fouls, not a single start though.
Not a single start, correct.
Did he get the hook though? Because I mean, as he's getting the foul, like did it go hook?
it was like barely even going because as soon as the movement was happening, the referee was stopping it because there's no movement in referee.
Right. But look, I'm asking you because you were in the fucking match. You would know. Was it going hook or were you getting it? Or was he getting it into the hole?
I was pushing really hard low hand because the first time I went high hand with him and he managed to suck it in a little early. So I was pushing.
So you let
up
Fraser
really
suck
high.
you in.
I mean, I don't know. Like
To a
I
hook.
felt good. I genuinely didn't want that match to end on fouls. I wanted there to be a go because I wanted to test myself against a guy like that, but it just never happened. Like
Hey, brother.
I mean, so on one hand, I can appreciate you want to compete, you want to find out, I want to win for real. I don't want that. On the other hand, it's like, dude, it's Fraser Benoit's fucking right hand. It's I honestly thought you were better than that.
God damn it.
You didn't even get a chance to see it. That's all. Fraser
Fraser's left hand is far better than Fraser is as a person, right? His left hand is actually legit.
Everything's better.
yeah.
But Fraser and I, we don't get along necessarily. I don't know if you could tell.
Who does?
You know what, Evan? You're not the only one. Don't worry, man.
Oh, I know.
All right, so what happened next?
So basically what happened after that, I was actually quite frustrated that they didn't say go because I felt like I had a good start or whatever. And so I walked away and I just cooled off for a minute. I was like frustrated. When I came back, there was someone from Fraser's table and him and Mocan were having not like fighting or anything, but they were going back and forth at each other. And then so basically, I guess that was
seriously interested in your story because I love crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
I just think it's fucking awful rude of a kid like you to not even say hello to Cobra properly. That's a fucking legend, you piece of shit.
I said hi to Cobra.
I know. I want you to do it again.
Cobra.
He's covered, big man.
There? I'm Dakota, Cobra. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
My pleasure, brother. Welcome to this fucking goofy ass arm wrestling shit.
Fair enough, man.
Well, yeah. Look, that was a little rude, Cobra, but yeah, it's a gong show.
And then,
all right, so can you clarify who the two people were that were going back and forth? You said Mocan or something like that?
Oh, Curtis Mocan from Manitoba.
Curtis Mocan.
And then I'm not 100% sure the other guy is, but I know Fraser has his coaching, and he coaches a guy named
Stop being a bitch. Who is the other guy?
Matt Sador is the guy he coaches, and it was Matt Sador's father. I don't know his name. I don't know his father's name.
Okay.
So they were all up in each other's face or whatever. And then Curtis pretty much told him, leave me alone. And then Matt Sador got involved, and Curtis said, let's arm wrestle right now. Let's figure this out. Let's just do it on the table. Because that's where all their beef stems from, I guess. I'm not entirely sure.
So you're friends with Curtis?
Yeah, Curtis, he trains at Red Deer quite a bit. I know him well. He came all the way out to support me. So, I really appreciated that. He didn't have to come to that tournament and support me.
So if you know Curtis well, you know that Curtis is a fucking idiot.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. And
don't confuse this.
Curtis
and I are buddies. We chat. But he's a fucking idiot. And I have no problem saying that if he's in the chat. Curtis,
what's up,
listen,
Cobra?
If you ever hear this shit, you know you're a fucking idiot. Still love you, but you're a fucking idiot. Go ahead.
Dakota.
Yeah, what's up, Cobra?
Is your life good? You got a good job?
Yeah, I would say so.
Family's healthy? Everything's good?
Yes, sir.
He's 13 and lives with his dad, Cobra.
No, I live alone. I'm a pharmacy
Might be transgender. I'm not entirely sure.
You're a what?
I'm a pharmacy technician. I work in the hospital in Red Deer.
Oh, you a dope boy.
Cobra, see, hear that? 13-year-old tranny works with drugs. You can put him to work on the corners.
No, baby.
Money out of that. He's still young and pretty.
That's your post, Big Daddy. I'm talking to dope boy here.
Yeah, I'm all fucking old and worn out, man. My fucking hind end looks like a fucking used catcher mitt, man. Nobody wants to pay for this no more.
Hey, Evan, just be happy I don't send you to no more Diddy's parties, all right? Listen,
Good one.
hey, my boy look like Baby Driver. He's slick as owl shit.
Oh my God, the Diddy's party. Oh, I made you so much no money on those. I gave it away for free, way too much.
Oh no,
Anyways,
you remember. Hey, you remember. Oh no, you don't, do you?
oh man, who do you think taught the Beebs out of those tricks? Come on now.
Damn it, boy.
So then what happened?
But
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
then what happened?
Yeah, Dakota. If everything's good,
Cobra,
man,
stop interrupting. Let the kid tell the story.
get out of arm
We got a
wrestling, man.
13-year-old tranny that was going to beat Fraser Benoit. This is interesting.
Get
Cobra,
out of
I
arm
love
wrestling.
arm wrestling, man.
Yeah, you're fucking stupid. Get out of it.
Hey, they got stem cells nowadays. We're okay.
It's nothing
Yeah,
but idiots. It's all
I heard
idiots,
that.
Dakota.
I'm not fucking with them stem cells, man. I'm already pickled on the inside, so I'll just rot out. Fuck it.
Oh man, the majority of those stem cells are all harvested at fucking Diddy's parties, so don't worry about it.
Okay,
thought
so
you
they
swallowed-
said
I thought you
said those-
swallowed all those babies.
I lied.
So there was an
Throws them some later.
altercation between Matador and Curtis Mocan. Basically, it was broken up, and then a few more words were exchanged or whatnot, and then Curtis left. The reason I know Curtis left is because as I was leaving the tournament after medals, he was leaving with me, and we were chatting. Basically, he was frustrated, but he's like, I was quite surprised. He's like, I'm being the bigger man here, like I'm just gonna leave. And I was like, okay, man. And so he left. Nothing came of it. This tournament happened like early, no, was it February? It was like sometime in February, I believe. Nothing came of it. And then Curtis messaged me a week before provincials in Manitoba, and he told me that he was banned from all Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation sanctioned events for 6 months over 3 complaints made from him from that tournament. Now, from hearing that, I was just taken off because I don't even believe that event was sanctioned under Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation. B, I felt like Mocan did the necessary steps so that so that a fight didn't actually happen because one easily
He
could have happened.
de-escalated, you're saying.
Yeah, he de-escalated. And then I found out that he was the one getting banned, which I don't think anybody else should have been banned, but I think nothing should have happened from it. Everyone should have just been men and went on with their day.
It was because
So-
of who it offended.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
what I'm
See,
telling.
the way you think, that's why I'm telling your dumb ass, get out of arm wrestling, bro.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So so 3 people can make a complaint against you to whomever this governing body is. You get no chance to say what your side of the story. It's just like you're just
He got
banned.
to. I think he got
He
to.
said his side of the story, and he got 12 emails to rebuttal those 3 complaints. And the only thing that happened is they halved his sentence. So he went from being banned for 6 months to 3 months. Now, mind you, this ban came in.
Dakota.
Yeah.
If that's how the rules work, can you, myself, and Mr. Brian Parliament, but there's no way that's his last name. He's got to be some political weirdo. But if
No, it is.
you,
It is.
I, and him, that's actually his name.
What up, Brian?
Fuck.
Yeah. Hey, Cobra. Nice.
Your
nice
family was into some shit for that to be a fucking hereditary last name passed down through generations. Fuck. Anyways, if 3 of us all put in a complaint against SB, he
Sounds
just
pretty gay,
automatically
doesn't
gets banned?
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Do
fun.
it. Do it. Do it.
That's
I mean,
the thing.
Look,
I don't know.
I'm not actually ever going to do that because, snitches get stitches. And I would never advise somebody to do it, but I would think it's awful funny if some 13-year-old trainee and 2 of his teammates all put in a complaint against Ryan Esby over some shit and see if that automatic ban thing works.
So you were able to connect the dots, right? Because obviously
No.
it had nothing to do with what fucking happened there. It had to do because Fraser Benoit and somebody are really good friends, and somebody offended.
Who's somebody?
Ryan Espy is one.
Look, Look,
But anyway, all I'm
don't do
saying
the
is,
bitchy thing where you like say somebody fucking say your piece. I want to hear
fine.
it.
Well, Ryan Espy and him are good friends, right? And he's the head of the ethics committee or whatever gay shit that is. And it wasn't even a big deal. Like we had almost fist fights break out at our tournaments and nothing happens. And because it offended, because Curtis showed up, he was cheering for Dakota, and Fraser's table didn't like it, right?
Does
And then,
SB not like Curtis anymore? They're not friends anymore.
well, he's more friends with Fraser, I can tell you that much. But
Fuck that guy.
yeah,
I don't
but
like
anyway,
Fraser. He's a fucking
well,
arsehole.
it's just this favoritism bullshit. It's always like when you offend somebody that's friends with the ethics committee board or something, then shit rolls, right? Like, I don't think Curtis did anything to be banned. Now the poor guy, listen, the guy's a troll. Curtis is a troll. Like, he drives me nuts sometimes, but he's actually not a bad guy from what I see. And he definitely didn't do anything wrong to get banned.
I mean, I'm not going to go so far to say Curtis isn't a bad guy because I've seen the screenshots and I've had the personal
online.
conversation with
Online,
Curtis,
he's crazy,
and he's definitely a fucking loose cannon that could easily get himself banned on his own merits. I mean,
but
I could release screenshots of our conversations where, like, yep.
Yeah, but no, words mean shit. You don't get what is this cancel culture bullshit? We don't get in trouble for words.
Yes, it's 2024. I had to ask you your fucking pronouns at the beginning of the show, you fuck.
I don't know what pronouns are. You're talking French.
I can see that. You're wearing a Bears hat. I get it.
Yeah. And that's why I'm bringing this up, and I think it's a good example that I like to bring up because it's somebody that people know is a loose cannon like Curtis. Yeah, but it is also something that I don't feel Curtis should have gotten in trouble for. I think this happened because it was Curtis. Mm-hmm. I think if someone else caused,
I hate the way that you say I feel like you're on the fucking
Kardashian show. We know it is.
Jesus. We know it is.
All right. It happened because it was Curtis. And
yeah, absolutely.
Because of other things going on, maybe between the two parties that were involved.
Do you know the other things going on?
I don't.
You had better fucking lie if you do, because you know I'm going to put the pressure on you.
I know you can, Evan, but I honestly don't know. But I just know that they don't get along. I know
that's a good answer. Because if you would have hemmed or hawed at all, it's like, motherfucker, you better spill the beans.
No, I would, honestly. I just know that they don't get along. And I think that it's not fair that because you have a personal vendetta against someone that you can get them banned because maybe you can pull more strings than someone. Yeah. I don't think that's
you know what's funny about all this? Yeah. I'm buddies with fucking SB. Like, yeah, he had the whole thing with Devin, and everybody knows I'm friends with Devin, right?
Okay, but is SB?
I don't put myself into any of this shit. What?
Is SB the ethics committee guy, or is he just the president?
So I don't actually know. I know that he is the sitting president of the CAWF. I believe that he is the one that started the whole ethics committee.
Okay, because I don't know if it's SB. That's just an assumption. Like I don't.
That's why I sent SB the link. I would much prefer to do this with him here.
Yeah,
and SB might be the only guy I was as rude to as I was Eric Harlan.
All I'm trying to say about this is there's a flawed system in the Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation, and there's too much personal interest in there for it to be considered an actual democratic, useful piece.
Oh my God, kid, you are a 13-year-old tranny. Wait until you become an adult and realize that everything is politically fucked.
Oh,
our shitty little sport of arm wrestling that nobody should do is politically corrupted to fuck. It's look at Cobra wearing his fucking hand over his mouth like it's a fucking anus and he needs air.
We shouldn't have any committees.
Cobra has been around for like 60 fucking years at the highest end of arm wrestling. I guarantee you, he has seen the assholes open and shit all over people that didn't deserve it.
So Sean Crowther in the comments says he's, assuming he means SB, he's not on the ethics committee. He's the president of the CAWF. But what you've illustrated though, is that all governing bodies, all authorities are bullshit.
Yeah.
It's always about these. It's always the fucking turds who rise to the top. It's always.
So
It's
when
always
Crowther says that he's not on the ethics committee, he's the president of the CAWF. Is the ethics committee not governed by the CAWF?
Well, it's obviously a committee of the CAWF. I would assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he has some sway. I mean, I'm sure he's in contact with whoever the motherfucking committee members are. If he's not one of them,
how do we decide who the committee members are? Like, I've never heard once about any asking in.
Well, you vote for your representatives, and that goes across the provinces, blah blah blah, whatever, and then that's.
I haven't voted at provincials or nothing. Where do we vote?
But
hey, can I join?
As somebody that's been personally involved with all of this stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm actually the reason the ethics committee got brought up before it became a actual governing entity.
Yeah,
I don't think we need it.
I have been brought up to the CAWF twice for a lifetime ban. Twice. Now, I was the only person that had ever been brought up for a lifetime ban once for so long. And then, motherfucker, I got myself up there twice. And then the ethics committee comes into play for Devin.
Well, see,
I've never been put to the ethics committee because everything I do is ethical, even if maybe possibly illegal.
Well, I have a question. How many events are actually sanctioned by the CAWF? What are other than provincials and nationals?
Right.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, and Dakota mentioned at the outset that he wasn't even sure that he didn't think this was a sanctioned CAWF event, right?
I don't ask for sanctioning.
If
I don't
it's an
ask
arm
for
wrestling
sanctioning
event
for my event.
within Canada and something is egregious, it should count. Brian, can I ask you a question?
Egregious?
Shut up. Are you retarded?
You're
Your eyes squint really hard. Like, do you have an extra chromosome, or
Does I get high?
You just look like that? Oh,
I'm
you're
getting
just
asked
high.
if I'm retarded by a fucking retard. Like, fuck off. Like,
I got a touch of the tism.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about that. I got a shirt that says so, and it's a true story. But that's why I'm allowed to say it with impunity. I'm allowed to.
I just want to hit the
in
point.
Fact, retarded. But
I didn't come on here to be called a fucking retard, though.
Stay out of this, you. Now, are you or not?
It'd take a retard to ask that question, really.
Well, you retarded, bro.
Well, I know I'm retarded. I was asking if Brian's retarded.
Then that says it all, buddy. I don't know what to say.
Right, I mean, that's not an answer, though. Are you just embarrassed about your retardations? Because you're either stoned as fuck or you're retarded. Which one is it?
He's stoned.
Why do you have to answer whether or not he's retarded?
He doesn't
you got
have
a 13-year-old
to. I didn't come on here to talk about
retardism. I'm helping a brother out, Evan.
Point.
Evan, are you gonna beat John Brownell or whatever his name is?
I don't know. I sent him the link. He might get in here, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna fucking hammer this dude. I am finally getting a match where I'm not a massive underdog. Yeah. Look.
We're on the same card, hey?
And I lose a lot of them. But because I fucking go after hard matches, nobody ever says, hey, Evan, you want a fucking match that you're the favorite? And honest to God, with losing so often, how do you figure out where I'm going to be the favorite, right? It's
I guess the fucking dead man
fucking matches. And I like to fight. I like being the underdog. It's fun. Winning a match you're supposed to win is okay, I could show off, I could put on a show, and that's fun. But where's the real excitement if you're supposed to win, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're not even that good. You were excited about this was right. That's impressive, right? But I mean, for a 13-year-old that may or may not have X, 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 Y, whatever, we don't want to get into the science, but I get it.
We're on the same card, Evan. Isn't that exciting?
You're pulling on that one too?
Yeah, I'm on the pay-per-view.
They have a tranny division?
Yeah.
Who are you pulling?
I'm pulling Matt Wilds from the States.
That's awesome. I mean, I don't actually give a fuck except I'm cheering for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm cheering
I
for
have
you too.
no idea who the dude is. I want you to win.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna
All
be
right.
good. It's
All
gonna be
right.
good.
So let's talk to Brian for a minute. Let's let Brian tell who he is and his story and whether he was there and
Let's
witnessed
do
this.
that.
What's going
Fine,
on,
Roy.
Brian?
Let's
Tell us
do all
what
the things that
No,
you
I
want.
wasn't there. No, I was just
You weren't
talking
there.
about. I was just talking about it on our podcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you have a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Through the Fingers podcast. We
I
Through the
thought that was
Fingers.
Dakota's.
well, he's on the
Zach,
podcast.
Brian, and I all share it.
Why
Oh,
does
okay.
Brian have all the cool looking microphones and all the fancy shit and everybody thinks it's yours?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The only one I actually sat through was you and I don't know, that fucking weird Larrett kid.
Weird Larrett kid.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're all fucking weirdos, but
Could be Milo or Auden. Not sure. But anyway, yeah. No, I CEO of Armfinity. We run a club and we sell merch here in Calgary, and I'm also a member of the Red Deer Club.
okay, so
So proud of it.
you're using this time on my platform to plug your merchandise.
Well, he
I was
asked me.
asking
Hey,
you about it.
Roy asked about it. Roy
He
asked
asked me.
about it.
Well, no, look, I appreciate it. DF, somebody with a wrench, plug that fucking channel. You might get like 3 subscribers
Hey,
because
Better
this
than
channel's
zero.
like kind of fucking big time.
yeah,
Right?
I watch it. Yeah. Me and
You
my
watch it.
itself. Yeah. Oh, I've been watching it for a long time.
No wonder you look retarded. There's no
Yeah,
way
I know.
a fucking
I know.
intelligent person would ever watch this shit.
I know. I watch it for like the
See,
first
full
hour and a half
circle, it's
usually.
making sense.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. But
Brian is probably pushing arm wrestling in Alberta, like with his Armfinity, the most out of any promoter, and I think we really all appreciate that from him in Alberta. So that's
thanks.
definitely how I would summarize Brian's arm wrestling.
I definitely
There's a
love the
lot of
sport.
things I want to say to make fun of Brian right now, but I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go take a piss break so you can talk about all your stuff
All
that
right.
I don't want to hear. Fair?
Cool.
Plug your
So
channel, plug your shit, save the drama until I'm done pissing because I like
okay.
that stuff.
All right.
But yeah,
all right.
anybody with a goddamn wrench. What was the name of the YouTube channel? I
Through
am
the
a
Fingers.
subscriber, by the
Through
way.
the Fingers podcast. We put
Through the Fingers
podcast at
podcast.
the end of it for some reason.
One of these motherfuckers with a wrench, do your goddamn job, plug the fucking channel, right? And any of you dumb fucks watching this shit, it takes 6 seconds to go fucking click and subscribe, you fucking lazy pieces of shit. I'm going to take a piss, so you're not missing anything fun. These idiots don't say anything fun until I'm back, like I already established the rules. So take the fucking second and click the fucking link and subscribe, you fucking lazy fuck. I'll be right back.
Well, thanks, Evan. It was nice.
Fuck you.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Roy,
I'm doing it for you.
So Roy, I was there, but I would say Brian has a better understanding of the political side and whatnot than me. That's why I asked him to come on with me because I feel like he is almost better at summarizing that side. Like I can say what happened, but I feel like Brian has a better way of saying like what he thinks why it happened and why it's going on. I can only speculate and I obviously don't really know that much. I just like to arm wrestle. I know a little bit here and there, but I just know that there's more than meets the eye with these kind of things. And in that certain scenario, I think that no parties should have had any punishments. So that was really
No, I agree. I agree with you.
that was really the big thing I was trying to get across. Like the drama can go on forever, but at the end of the day, it already happened and it is what it is. And I just hope that the reason I want to go on and talk about things like this is because I hope things like that don't happen to anyone. Like I want to see everyone arm wrestle. I want to see everyone have fun. I think everyone should get along. I understand that there needs to be drama, like what Evan does on here is awesome.
Drama's good.
But at the same time, we all have to understand at the end of the day that we have the same goal in mind, and we should be trying to lift each other up and not bring each other down. And I feel like this ethics committee or things that happen sometimes are not for the benefit of the sport, but they might be for the benefits of the people inside of the committees. And I think not that this example is as big as the Devon Nationals incident, and I don't really want to get into that, but I think that example and then this example are sometimes when things maybe can get out of hand over something that could be solved by two human beings talking to each other and figuring it out as I think you should. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. The problem is the people, the exact people who seek out those positions are the exact people that want to do petty, abusive of their power bullshit. Once they get a little, just to give them this much, it's like the dickhead that wanted to be the hall monitor.
Yeah.
It's like the dickhead who wanted to be the hall monitor in high school. Like he's just like now he's on a power trip. He's in control of this shit, and it's just it's the worst people that always seek those positions of quote authority, even as silly as it sounds in the Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, right? I mean, these people, they get these positions and then you offend a friend of theirs and then now you're being punished, right? Or this,
right.
Yeah, oh, that guy's friends with this guy, I gotta watch what I say to him. Or I like this when I held my event.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Sorry, Brian, just quick. I want to say, like, I honestly have no idea if this had anything to do with SB. Like, I have no clue. I just know that there's been speculation possibly about that because he and Fraser have been known to be friends, and then something happened to Fraser, and now all of a sudden, this much hole got Curtis banned. So I think
that's what it looks like.
Okay, so you motherfuckers got into drama while I was pissing.
No, we just started, just touched in on it. We heard the stream stop.
We heard you walking.
And we knew. We started talking right when you were walking.
I'm fat. Of course you will.
Yeah. No, we were just talking about the stupid ethics committee and how.
Okay, so we'll get right back to that because John Brownell is saying that he's going to bed or something, probably because he's a fucking pussy that doesn't want to talk. But he said something about profanity shows lack intelligence, and he's going to bed. And well, you know what? You fucking lack intelligence. I've never met somebody in the NFL that could put together fucking two sentences that actually make fucking sense. So fuck you and your fucking lifting weights bullshit. I hope you get sick again and you lose even more weight, you fucking loser. I'll see you next week when you actually fucking show up on the goddamn show. If you're not a fucking pussy. Guys, I'm telling you,
Dakota, this is awesome.
I will make fun of you as much as I get the chance to. Yeah. Fuck you. Also, if you're watching this, understand, I love the way you arm wrestle. I just think you're not strong enough and you're too stupid to make a fucking actual match out of this. I'm going to use this time not only to win, but to show off just how fucking superior I am to you. And I will meet you center table. And I promise you, motherfucker, if I'm stronger than you, I will make you quit. I will sit right fucking there until you tell me I'm your daddy and you are my little bitch.
Are you gonna agree to the hook grip?
Have a good sleep, you fuck. Okay, what?
Are you gonna agree to the hook grip that you can agree to in this league?
No. I would like to start an actual arm wrestling match.
All slips
the way it's intended. If the rules state I must, I will definitely agree to do this match still because I'll win. But I think a beginner that's only a year or 2 years in is not going to have the savvy setting hook. If we got to do it from a neutral position, I am quite confident that I gain very many advantages on that hook set that starting in a hook wouldn't garner me.
Yeah.
So I could probably get bullied into it because I'm mentally weak and I'll probably snap and like, fuck you can't talk to me like that. But I don't think that dude's got it in him, right? Otherwise, he'd be on the fucking show right now instead of sitting at home thumbing his own asshole like a bitch.
Have you pulled on a Mac table before?
Have you pulled on my fucking mother?
No.
Right. So I'll eat your shit. Fuck you.
Damn it. Well, that took a turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a little buzzed.
It's okay.
What's the differences between a normal table and a Mac table?
10 by 10 elbow
10 by
pad.
10.
10 by
Centered.
fucking 10. You are out of your goddamn mind. There's no way it's 10 by 10.
10 by
Yeah.
10. Ask Ian. I had him
And
on
they're-
the
That is
And-
fucking enormous. It's like one big elbow pad that just covers most of the table. Why don't we
Yeah.
just do freedom for fuck's sakes?
They're,
It
they're
is
sunken
almost.
in by 3/4 of an inch, and they
So
go
the
to
normal
75
table is
degrees.
7 by 7, right?
I think
9
so.
by 7.
It is.
9 by 7.
So,
That's wall.
A 9 by 9 is like a big ass fucking elbow pad, and that's what Carnegie did on his MLA, which was awesome. 7 by 9, the WAL did, and the extra 2 were only on the back.
Yeah.
Right. Arm Gods does 7 by 9, but it's 1 up, 1 down, which I think is very, very fair. 9 by 9, I'm okay with. I'm not upset about 10 by 10. It gives me an awful lot of room to move. And I promise, even if this dude is diesel strong, and there's a good possibility that that's the case. I mean, honest to God, the guy played in the fucking NFL. He's a white dude that ain't that fucking tall, right? What kind of freak athlete does he have to be in the NFL, right? Even if it was only a year. So he's not that freakish, but I mean, you're still a fucking freak if you made it there as a white guy. And when he left there, he ends up joining fucking Team USA's powerlifting team for 5 years. Oh, yeah. It's not like it's a strength athlete, motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah.
He's still not as good as an arm wrestler as me. There's no fucking way.
Okay, super chat. I'll
Where?
read it. Eric Harlan for $2. Beer man makes being a loser cool. 100 smiley face with sunglasses.
Okay. So I wasn't going to address that because it's Eric Harlan. For him to post something like that is just ridiculous. I mean, I have lost my last couple of arm wrestling matches. Depending on how long you want to go back through the records, it's even a losing fucking record. Because I take fucking tough matches against legitimate high-level arm wrestlers. That dude is a loser at life. Like, not just arm wrestling. He has 0 notable wins, 0 fucking notable opponents that he's even lost to. He can't even name a guy that's beaten him that any one of us on the fucking show would even know the name of. Right? The dude is complete shit. And he's a shitbag when it comes to being a person. He got shot by his girlfriend's fucking step lesbian mother for trying to fucking harass and ended up with all sorts of legal problems. Like, you looking for a beer? Yeah. You can have a beer. Here, you can have that because I want one. Give me it. I like the way you open my beers for me, bitch. Nah, just kidding. I love you. You're still my bitch, but I love you. The dude literally was stalking his ex-girlfriend until his ex-girlfriend's lesbian mother's girlfriend shot him. And then he went to jail for it. Right? And these are southern states. You're allowed to shoot people in your fucking house. Right? Get the fuck out. And he's got no fucking chin. None. It's a fucking innie. His chin is smaller than my wiener. That's fucking embarrassing. Right?
There's a belly button on his face?
Yeah, an innie.
An innie.
That's fucked up.
His chin goes all the way back to his fucking spine. How do you even swallow like that? Your chin's in the way. He has got to feed himself intravenously.
How do you hit his chin?
Who?
Like, There's
Who are
no
you
fucking
talking?
chin to hand. Man, if you try to if you aim for a knockout punch, you are throat punching this motherfucker, right?
That'll kill somebody.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I'm not saying it'd be hard to do. I'm just saying, like, there's no knockout option unless you're aiming behind the ear, right? Like, there's no fucking chin. You are fucking punching through. You're punching a goddamn trachea, or a straight shot's definitely hitting a spine. There's nothing stopping it, right? This dude got dealt the worst fucking deck of cards ever, right?
Who are you talking about? Eric Harlan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. God damn it.
Where's
He
where's
looks like
from?
if a turtle had Down syndrome. How many fucking turtles get the extra chromosome card? Like, and he's not even one of the cool ninja ones, right? Like, this is a sad motherfucker. He's all fucked up, and he's gonna talk shit on me,
I was picturing
dude. I would pull up a picture of him right now for everybody to enjoy laughing at. Except I actually feel bad for this dude.
who's that Muppet with the tall head with chin?
Like, you see how fucking look, Brian ain't in good shape. You can see the fucking second chin sticking out on this fat prick, right? But he's got a big old first chin. Brian, turn aside so we can make fun of you a little bit.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah,
He's
look at that
got
chin.
a big old first chin, even though he's got that big old turkey gobbler, right? This motherfucker's got all of that turkey gobbler because he's a fat cunt, but no fucking real chin or teeth because he's a meth head, right? Like, you know, whenever you have no teeth, top or bottom, your face is all sunken in like that fucking dirty old witch on the Disney movies, but now take away the chin that sticks out, it's fucked up. So if this guy wants to talk some shit on me,
I have so many different.
I
images
promise what I say is going to be worse.
Yeah, probably so.
But I'm picturing it.
Well, I think you've topped them for sure.
Tall head and the chin that's way in. I have a mixture between.
The Muppets have a chin.
No, that Muppet with the tall head.
The Muppet with no chin
Yeah.
has a bigger fucking chin than this dude.
I'm getting me more different images in my head.
Like, if you were to face fuck him, you will fucking slap your balls off his goddamn Adam's apple.
So is this a right hand match that you're having in New York?
No,
Right and
no.
left?
This guy
No, it's
challenged
left.
me to a left-handed match at
Ooh.
some arm wrestling uncentered fucking event. And I said, I will never do that without money. I won't mention his name without being paid to, but he super chatted a couple of times, so I felt justified to go off on a few little rants. No big deal.
Oh, you did good.
He said he was going to have the money man contact me. I ain't heard shit. So fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit.
So what do you think of this ethics committee bullshit?
Right.
What's your
So
opinion?
I forgot all about it.
I know. I know.
I think the ethics committee as a whole is kind of a fucking farce. Now, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be there. I can see reasons that I could create on why we would need such a thing, right? Like, I don't mind pushing the lines and the boundaries a little bit. I don't know if we've ever met each other before, but I can be a pretty big cunt.
That's true.
Shut up, Roy. So I'm not against an ethics committee being in place if used appropriately.
Well, it never will be. It's always
No,
bullshit.
it won't. It's going to be abused always.
Right.
So again, if used appropriately when there is major ethical violations in place, yes. And I do believe that the ethics committee should far more be in place to govern the governing body, right? That's where ethical problems will never happen.
And
right?
we should
So
vote them in
when
as
somebody
armor.
uses their personal position to fuck somebody around, that's when the ethics committee should be stepping in.
Okay, I have a question.
There is a clear rule set of what you can and cannot do as part of the CAWF when you pay your membership, whether it's the AAA, Alberta Arm Wrestling. Yeah, you got the AAA out there, right?
Yeah.
I don't like saying that. It's reminds me of bad times in the AA, but over here in Ontario, we got the OAA. And then when you break the rule, you pay your fucking membership fees, and that gets you in for the Nationals, the CAWF, all of that. There's a set of fucking rules, including your fucking conduct that you must follow. And those are fucking a strict set of rules. You cannot do certain things and represent your province or country. I get it. Okay, we signed up for this and agreed to it when we paid our memberships, went to provincials, went to national, blah, blah, blah. If you break those rules throughout the year at local tournaments, you should be held accountable for your actions and your conduct. You are not allowed to be an absolute cunt. I don't mind breaking any of these, most of these rules, right? I think it's a little too stringent. I think that holds the sport back, whatever, my opinion. But if I ever get brought up on a violation because I broke these rules, okay, I get it. Fine. What's the penalty? But this ethics committee thing where they're looking for problems that wasn't directly sent to you by the OAA, by the CAWF, I think it's an abuse of power, and they are looking for problems that aren't necessarily there.
Okay, I have a couple of questions real quick. I'm on the
Nobody
website.
gives a fuck, Roy.
I'm on the
Nobody
CAW.
cares.
I'm on the CAWF website. First of all, there's a link, there's a click where you can go to the ethics. How do we know who is on the? It's called the Ethics Advisory Committee.
It'd be unethical to announce the members.
What? What?
That's the most Canadian thing you've ever heard.
Fucking,
Are you serious? So nobody knows who's on the goddamn advisory committee? Nobody knows?
I don't know. I'm an arm
I do believe it was fucking made public during Devon's issue.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I thought SB was the head of the ethics committee during that.
Well,
so
I noticed.
Look, I drink a lot, and sometimes I fucking fuck up details.
I noticed
That's why I
specifically.
asked their genders.
I noticed. Well, that's okay. First of all, that's fucking bullshit. If they don't have you don't know who's on the goddamn ethics committee, so it's literally a star chamber. I mean, it's like who are
I
these
think
people?
I should be on the ethics committee.
Well,
You should be
probably
voted.
not.
You can be voted in. I think
Look,
it should be
I
a
can't
voted
be
position.
bought or paid for unless there's a lot of booze involved or drugs. I mean, I like those too, but I'm not just going to fucking sell my soul to fucking agree with you. If I think something's unethical, I will agree. If I don't, I won't. But I don't think the ethics committee should have anything to do with your average interaction of the normal arm wrestler. Like, that's to make sure the governing body is doing their jobs. That's where unethical play really comes in.
Yeah, no shit.
In an actual arm wrestling match, it's not so much about ethics as it is about clearly breaking the fucking rules of what you are and are not allowed to do at events, right?
Well, and I also think that if a league really doesn't want a person there and it's their league, then they have every right to ban somebody because that's only affecting
Not
their
if
league.
it's fucking sanctioned by the CAWF or your local governing body, your provincial governing body, like the AAA. So, like, if you've got a point system built the way that Ontario does, where you compete at the Northern Ontarios, the Southern Ontarios, the Central Ontarios, right? You can build up points for competing at all of these, and there's an Ironman award for whoever got the most cumulative points for the season. And like Matt Smith has won it literally every fucking year since he started arm wrestling, which is like fucking 11 now, which is ridiculous. But like, you can't just ban somebody for something you don't like.
Hold on. I have several questions.
I gotta
First
give
of
you
all,
my opinion soon.
When this guy Mocan that got the ban, so he had to have some correspondence with somebody, whether it was emails or what the fuck ever. There has to be somebody saying, we have decided, like, who makes this goddamn decision? Because I look at it and it says,
I thought it was based on complaints of his actions at the event day of.
Yeah, no, they just round people up for that shit. Like,
so it's not that.
It is. They put them in.
David Tomes, we will send you the link to come play, but you can't interrupt people. I'm doing it enough.
This is the message that he got. So Ethics Advisory Committee It says, as per EAC Code of Ethics, it is confirmed the respondent is in breach of the code as it pertains to use of verbal and physical body language that incites potential of physical and emotional harm as evidenced by, and apparently they said Mocan said this. Mocan claims to me he didn't. I don't know if he did or not. I wasn't there at the time. But he said,
But
do you want to fight, old man? That's what they banned him
Challenged him
for
to an
saying.
arm wrestling match, from what I heard.
so, I mean, asking somebody if that's what they want. Look, if somebody gets in my face all heated, it's like, motherfucker, I just had that exact same scenario play out with Ron Bath, right? And if that ever goes to the fucking vote, you are always in the wrong if you're up against Ron Bath. Now, he came at me all aggravated and angry, and I'm like, well, okay, look, I am A-okay with you giving me a blast of shit because you're upset or dislike something. But I mean, he was approaching and huffed up and angry, and I'm like, okay, Ron, do you want to fight? Or are you just telling me what you're upset about? Like, just let me know. Right? He's like, no, I don't want to fight. I just got to tell you. I'm like, okay, we can calm down. We'll talk about that. But there is nothing wrong with asking somebody if that's what they want. And if that's what somebody wants and you take it away from the fucking event and venue, that is nothing to do with the event or the governing body of the event. That is a private interaction between two citizens. And in Canada, two men can agree and consent to a fist fight as long as there is no bodily harm done legally. So if you break somebody's nose or tooth and you break any type of calcium deposit, it now becomes assault causing bodily harm, and nobody can consent to bodily harm. Don't ask me how I know, but we went through it. And two men can consent.
You know what? I gotta say it soon, man. I gotta go soon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say one more thing. I heard, like, obviously I don't know both sides of the story again, but Curtis told me that he was approached first, and then that is why he.
I don't think that's relevant.
I think it is if they're trying to argue that he used physical.
He didn't.
They said physical and verbal demeanor, and I think if someone is approaching you first, like you said with Ron, where you're asking the question, sometimes, like you said, you genuinely are needing to figure this information out. Like, is this guy wanting to fight me or what?
Well,
you go, Brian.
Yeah, well, all I was going to say is he was just cheering you on, and the way he was doing it by the table he was at, the people didn't like it, right? That's what I've heard from a few people. And another thing is like shit happens at every tournament. There's always something, but you know what? It only seems like when it happens to certain people that are connected with certain people. I mean, from an outsider looking in and just seeing all this shit, it's always related to like, oh, because you offended him and now he's friends with this guy, and oh no, you can't talk to him like that because his buddy's the head of the, see, you know what I mean? It's all that shit. And because it was the person it was, that is why Curtis got punished. And I know I'm my opinion, it's my opinion, but my opinion is that because it was to Fraser Benoit and there was, because it was directed towards him, it went to SB, and now you got this stupid thing. Now Curtis can't even compete in provincials or nationals. Like, I've seen so much worse. And to take away someone's right to compete at provincials and nationals, like what body, like why the body shouldn't have that much power. Like that's just wrong. Like I cannot like you and my buddy's here and you lit me off and I just say, hey, listen, I'm putting a complaint and I want you guys to all say you said this. And then, you know what I mean? And now what? You can't compete at provincials or nationals? Like, I don't know. I think it's a bunch of gay bullshit. And I think that
you're not allowed to say
we got to do something. We got to do something.
Literally the one thing you're not allowed to say.
The happy thing. It's happy gay, though. It's got two meanings. It's happy, right?
Yeah.
But
like
the
when
thing
you say
is,
gay, we're using like the literal.
Okay. I was using that meaning.
Were you talking about like
they're too happy to people.
Gay, do you mean like Luke Bryant gay or like two dudes butt fucking gay?
No, like Luke Bryant gay. Like just too happy.
Yeah, like they're fucking jeans. Relax. Yeah. You don't need to bedazzle them, you fucking homo.
No, that's what I mean.
Right? See,
like,
see how I use that?
I
use gay both ways there because I don't give a fuck.
But
I'm just telling you, you're not allowed to do it. Look, this channel supports all of my opinions, not the opinions of my guests.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's a sensitive one that affects you and me and everyone else that likes to compete at these things. And I
Yeah.
mean, we don't want to see abuses of power. Like, this is not something that is like, just because you offend the wrong person, you're not, you're going to take away his provincials. And like, come on, I can say anything and it shouldn't matter. You don't rob me, especially arm wrestling. Our adrenaline's going, our blood's going. I might say all kinds of crazy shit, but it doesn't, like, you're gonna ban me and strip me from provincials and nationals. Like, come on.
Apparently they will.
Yeah, but I
Okay,
mean, but the question is like, this is enough. Like, we got to start standing up and do something about this stuff. And I'm not going to say the word again, but it's some stuff,
It's
yeah.
A with a G.
Okay, but in the correspondence he got, somebody had to sign it. Somebody had to say, "We have decided these people have
Oh,
signed
yeah.
their name." Right? Who are these people? Like the fact that these
I'd like to
motherfuckers,
know. So then it would help my opinion.
right? The fact that these people are just like anonymous, like we don't. And it says, I want to point this out. Words mean things, and they're important. On their website, they are called. Excuse me. They are called the Ethics Advisory Committee, which means they advise, they give advice to someone. So, who is the ultimate decision maker? Do they advise someone, and those people or that person on that advice decides these things, or is it the committee itself? Like we
I
know
think
none
it's
of
the
this.
committee itself. From what SB said with the Devon shit, it was not, he was just an equal part of it on the ethics committee. They're all equal or something.
Well, yeah.
Well, I need to get him on here and have a little fun conversation about this.
I think it'd be good because then we can see if the bias is real. Because it seems like to me, one person causes a lot of drama here in Alberta, and it's the same guy every single time. So
I'm looking at the bylaws now. I just downloaded the bylaws of the Arm Wrestling Federation. I want to know, can I join? Can I join? Do you have to be a Canadian?
I don't know. You compete
I
here.
honestly
Why
have not a clue. I just arm wrestle.
And not even well. You were worried about fucking Fraser's right hand.
Evan, we got to after pool
because I didn't like him overly for like a good while because of an interaction that I overheard and saw many years ago. Like I had never ever talked to him, and I just saw an interaction. I was like, that dude's not like a good dude. And then I had a personal interaction with him when I was out in Alberta, where like, man, that dude is such a fucking cunt. But I'll tell you what it was too. We were arm wrestling at which fucking event was that? Nelson's.
Was that Sylvan Lake?
Yeah, Sylvan Lake, yeah.
Yeah,
that was the BLM.
Yeah, no, fucking Mobile got fucked up. I got no problems with that.
Yeah, no.
Right. There was another match earlier that I also thought it was funny that Fraser as a level 2 ref is throwing a level 3 ref out of the fucking way saying I'm doing this match, right? Because he's got a personal interest in it. That to me would seem like something that should go up to the ethics committee, right?
Yeah, no shit.
And then he fucking made a terrible call during the match. Which was
Brian,
just
you should
wrong.
show my match.
Yeah, I'm trying. You want me to bring up the video?
I didn't even bring it up until after it was over because I mean, as much of a cunt as I am, I just thought it was prudent to do it properly. And after the matches were over, I pulled him aside and I was like, "Hey, dude, just so you know, that call was wrong. Those are not the rules. This is what the rules are." And he's like, "Are you fucking done?"
Yeah.
No, I will be done when you acknowledge that you fucked it up. You should definitely use this as a learning experience. I'm not entirely sure why you're so fucking uppity with me right now, but I just pointed out what you did wrong, and I was trying to help you correct it so that you can do a better job in the future if you actually give a fuck about your integrity as a referee or in the sport. And
sounds like he does not. Sounds like he does
steps right
not.
up to me. I mean, steps right up to me. Is like, "Are you done?" No. What are we doing here?
He only comes up to your chin.
Yeah, he ain't a big dude.
Okay. Oh, he's got
just
small man
stopped,
syndrome.
But he
He's got
stared
small
at me
man.
for a few seconds, and I kind of looked at him, cocked my head to the side, smiling like, really? Really? Like, I'm drunk as fuck. I give 0 fucks if this is like, what are we doing? Like, let me know. And one of his buddies comes over and is like, no, Fraser, let me talk to you. He's like, right. As if I'm lucky he got summoned. Whatever. But at that moment, I decided, how cunty of a fucking dude can you be if when somebody is trying to help you correct what you've done wrong, and not even in a cunty way, privately off to the side. And usually I prefer to do it publicly because I see the results work better. But I chose to do it privately. And now I've got no problem saying it publicly because he was a cunt about that. So whatever. He's a dickhead.
He made big issues for my qualifier in
He-
Calgary.
He fucking loves himself. And I don't get it because he ain't even that fucking good, right? He's not even the best fucking bald arm wrestler, not even close. Like, he's shit. He sucks as a rat. He's a terrible fucking arm wrestler. His left has had good results, but that was because I wasn't arm wrestling back then. I would fucking smoke that dude at the table and again in the parking lot if that's how he wanted to go. And fuck your ethics violations. Fuck them. Right? So that's why I have a personal issue with him, because he's just a dickhead and he didn't care that he made a wrong call.
He did it on purpose.
Well, I can't say that because I don't know if he did it on purpose. I assume he's just that much of a cunt where he was upset about being told what he did wrong.
You guys
Well,
want to see a really?
Well, then he's
If he
exactly
did it on
the type
purpose,
of mother.
he's far worse.
Hey, do you want to see? You want to see? I can show you a video really quick of a call. Here, let me just show you.
Hey, who's the pretty girl arm wrestling in the men's league?
Look at the elbow.
Did you see that?
Whose back was that?
Watch Chris Evans. He's actually a good arm wrestler, but watch this. Watch the elbow.
And who's the girl that's arm wrestling him?
Oh God, his elbow was fucking that high off the fucking.
Did you
One
see
more time? Show me that again.
Oh,
yeah.
Send me that. Do you have me on Facebook that you could just send that directly?
Yeah.
I accepted a fucking.
Actually, you probably no. It probably didn't accept my friend request. Probably.
Probably not, but only because I don't like you.
You can send
me that.
Okay.
No number 2 riff because he wasn't even looking at the elbows.
Hey, David. I'm Dakota. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Brian. Hello.
Nice to meet you, David.
You sent it to me, Brian?
Well, you don't even have it?
No.
That's hilarious.
I might somewhere in the void.
Oh man.
Are you from Ottawa, David? I see the high
all the way up again.
It was. Yeah, I'm in that club. I don't show up very often because I don't like to get out of the house very much. But yeah, I am a member of OHH.
Nice, man. That's
good. Bunch of good guys. Lots of new members there now. Lots of new young members and stuff.
Yeah.
When I go there, friggin' there's 40 people in the garage. I just can't handle it. It's too many people.
But I talk with Auden quite a bit.
A great club. Auden's a good guy.
Yeah, Auden and I are. Yeah, we talk.
Oh, you met him?
He sucks.
Have you met Auden?
I met Auden in Dubai. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I was a king of the table 10 with Matt, and then that was when Auden pulled the whisper. So
nice. Yeah, I remember that. It was fun.
Okay, well, that's sent to Evan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you sent it to me personally.
Just now, just on.
I can pull it up. in a fucking proper thing. Oh, there it is. I mean, I could pull it up on the screen,
Yeah,
but
go ahead if you
now that
can. Why not? Let people
I
see
don't
the
need
awesome
to.
the job.
I can see it quite clearly by myself. Okay, so that is definitely not the right call. Now, you got to understand, as a referee, this shit happens fast.
It
Yes,
does.
I
It
agree
does.
with
But I'm a
Um,
ref too. I'm also a ref. So
What level?
it's still, I think that's horrendous. I would be questioning my refing.
What level of ref?
I'm level 2.
Bitch ass. First infraction should have been called on the wrist being turned during the ref's go.
He's lifting before the go even. Yeah.
He popped twice. He lifted to get the hook and came back down. And then Dakota lifted on his way back.
Fair.
And then he lifted huge and drilled him. So you looked like you were 11 back then, so I'm going to assume this is a while ago.
that. Was actually not that long ago. I just didn't have a beard.
Was that Grand
Not that this
Prairie?
is a beard, but you know what I mean?
So this was back when before, or this is after you became a boy, though.
Oh, 5 months or 6 months ago.
That was October 7th last year. So that'd have been 2022.
As a
Wow.
referee, the foul, if you're calling it strict, enforcing the rules, the first foul should have been on his wrist curl. Second foul should have been on the hop when he secured the hook. Third foul that should have been called would have been on your elbow.
Okay.
And then the biggest, easiest one to see would have been on his huge elbow during the drive. His wrist curling was so minor.
Yeah.
I'm okay with letting it go.
Yep.
His elbow foul to set the hook was fairly significant, and he may not have gotten the hook without it. It does change the outcome of the match. Should have been called. Your foul, even though it was definitely a foul as per the rules, did not impact the match in any way. I don't know if I would call that if I got any type of say. Like a lot of events will tell you, look, if it doesn't affect the match and it's not egregious,
I don't call bumps. Little
want to
bumps.
see
I
arm
don't call them.
So your elbow foul is probably the only one. I wouldn't have called the wrist curl. It was very slight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called that in a loosely ref tournament at nationals or something. I would have had to. His first elbow foul I would have had to have called anywhere. Your elbow foul I would have let go if it doesn't affect the match. Little hops and pops, don't worry about. That last one was so fucking major though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you miss little things, now, I get the benefit of watching this in a video and I can replay it. I can zoom in. I get to see everything I want to see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be ever hard on a referee for not calling those first three that I can see, right? Especially if it's an event where they want to see arm wrestling, not fouls. But that last one was so fucking bad. And I don't want to shit on the guy that did it because I don't know him. But fuck, if you're watching this, that was fucking bad. That was a big one.
Well, you were just
and it definitely impacted the match. You can't lift your elbow an inch and a half and use that on your drive. The leverage you gain during the drive. Look, I think that dude would have killed you without fouling, from what I see.
He is a good arm wrestler.
Oh,
but he did foul and egregiously. That needs to be fucking called. So if Fraser's the ref here, I'm assuming that's why you sent me that video, right? I could see the faggy.
Well, we were talking about egregious
I can see the faggy little fucking earring. So I'm assuming that Fraser's the referee, and that's why you sent me the video. Why you showed it to me, showing me how bad he is. So this dude might actually just dislike you because he's transphobic, and I don't know. It's not my place to judge. Like, maybe he is, maybe he's not. But even if he is transphobic and you claim to be XY from birth, he can't call that, right? Like, you can't referee and sacrifice your own integrity. I have caused my own fucking teammates to lose big matches because I'm gonna call it as I see it. My fucking teammates do not want me as the referee when they're up at the table because I've taught them all of their cheating shit. I know exactly what they're doing and are gonna do, and I won't let them away with it.
Yeah, you're actually harder on your teammates than you
I'm not. I'm not harder on my teammates. I'm more familiar with exactly what they're doing, and I can't help but watch, knowing it's gonna happen. And then I see it, I gotta call it. I can't not fucking call it if I see it. And if he didn't see that, how the fuck does he have certification?
Well, here's another thing, and I know it's a very
my
small, it's a small community, but if at all possible, you really shouldn't be. If there's any other option, you shouldn't be reffing one of your teammates' fucking matches. I mean, I know it's
not to, and they always ask me. The tournament promoter always says, "Are you gonna be biased because it's your teammate?" I said, "No. I just don't want to ref my teammates. I would rather watch and coach. I can't coach my teammate. When I call ref script, I can't look at them or straps. I can't look at them and say, hey, do this, do this, do this. What are you doing? When one of my teammates, that's a new guy, like especially if I'm reffing the amateurs, if one of my teammates gets there, we go to straps and I put the strap on and I look at him and I say, hey, do you want it high or low? Which I have to ask. And they say high.
You go low anyway.
I want to slap the bitch out of their face. And then I'm looking around like, what other senior members on my team are sitting here that should be fucking coaching right now? And why the fuck is my fucking guy asking for the strap high? What the fuck? But I can't say anything. So I don't ever want to ref my teammates. Like, they hired me to ref Jordan and Devin. And Jordan was the one that said, I don't like having a high hooker as the referee.
For better,
oh my God. Devin is the one that should be saying, I don't want Evan as a referee because I won't let him run his shit and run over me. I will foul Devin out of a fucking match before I let the opponent get fucked. And that's only because I can't. I want to see a match. I do. I want to see arm wrestling. But if somebody's doing something, and if I let it go, it's my fault. That guy doesn't get a fair shot. I can't do it. Like, there's integrity, and I can't do that to somebody. When Jordan said he would rather it not be a high hooker, I was flabbergasted. But then again, I'm a drunken cunt on the internet, so I understand. But holy fuck, I am the guy you want reffing if you're against Devin, because I won't tolerate that shit. I just won't.
Do you remember what
presence as a ref, and if you do not listen, you are ignoring referee's commands. It is a foul, and you will lose. Devin would likely lose 2 to 3 rounds with me refereeing before there was ever a go. So I don't want to. I decline every opportunity I can to referee that. One, it's difficult as fucking annoying. And two, you're not going to get to see a match. Like, I'm going to fucking foul him out for this shit. Like, I'm not allowing somebody to get run over in a setup.
Do you remember what I told you? You remember what I told you when it was set up for you to be that ref?
Was I drunk?
No, probably. You probably don't remember, but I was like, I said, Beer Man, if you foul Devin out of the match, like if he loses the match with you fouling him out on a fucking pay-per-view, people are going to burn your fucking house down.
Fair.
You know, when you're reffing, you got to just, you know what, not even look at the competitors. Just look at what you need to. Look at
That's the
hand.
thing. You put on that striped shirt, yeah, and you are neutral. You're
Yeah,
doing
you're
your job.
neutral.
You're a trained ref, and you do
Yeah.
your thing. Like you shouldn't care. You shouldn't be biased either way. I can see if you're in the same
I
club.
agree, Dave.
If you're a proud
I
ref
agree,
too, you'll
Dave.
definitely
I
be
don't
that way.
like your fucking beard tonight.
Are you copying me again? Fuck.
I think I started the show like this, and you joined the show later. I'm pretty sure you fucking put all that in, and then said, "Hey, where's my invite?" Anyways, I don't talk to you right now.
So
I would definitely foul Devin out, and I would have him up on the ethics committee. Sure. In fact, I think everybody here should complain to the World Ethics Committee about Devin being a bully.
Yeah.
Also, I think the World Ethics Committee should email back with "Stop being whiny pussies." Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, I agree.
If the referee allows it, it's fair. I wouldn't allow it as a ref, but I'm a cunt and I don't give a fuck what you think of me. Like, I just can't let somebody else get fucked over because I'm not strong-willed enough to do my fucking job. I can't do it.
Well,
But
now
that's not everybody.
now we got a guy that can't compete
for
anymore.
that reason.
But
He
that's
can't
not
compete at
everybody.
provincials.
Right. They fucked this guy over because of nothing, and now he can't compete in provincials and
Or nationals.
nationals.
Right,
But
but
that's
it
not
didn't
everybody.
even happen during the event.
Nothing really happened like that. I heard that.
Right, it was after the event. You said they were at the
It was
practice
after
table.
medals were given out, right?
Right. The event's over.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the event?
Oh, I
Now,
didn't realize that. That's even
here's
more
an
egregious.
argument that can be made. It's at the venue. Everybody's still there. It does reflect on the CAWF. What's the fucking Winnipeg one? The WAA.
No, it's the
women fucking wrestling. Fuck
It's
off.
really fucking cold here, arm wrestling league.
But I just don't get it. Like, after the event is said, done, awards handed out, it's practice table stuff. That sounds like the bar's security staff to handle, the bouncers.
Correct. This goes back to who the fuck is this Star Chamber of Ethics Committee that we don't even know who the fuck they are.
I was brought up for a lifetime ban was well after the actual event. Now, had I done stuff during the provincials that warranted a lifetime ban? Yes.
All right.
But it was done kind of in a private sector of it. And, amongst friends, I've said things that, I didn't say grab her by the pussy, but, I said things that might be unconstitutional for the ethics committee. Right? But what I got brought up on for the lifetime ban was, okay, yeah. It was after the event, though, so it's different. I poked a titty. Now, I don't want to mention names just because it's not because I'm a pussy-ass fucking cunt like you guys. It's just I'm terrified of people being involved, finding out I did it, and them killing me. So it's not that I'm a pussy. It's just that I fear for my life. So I poked a titty. Now, did I poke the titty? Yes, I poked the titty, right? But my titty got poked like 4 times, and I said, "Hey, you poke my titty again, I'm gonna poke that titty back."
That's fair,
right? And I poked the titty back, and hang on one second.
I mean, the person was obviously asking you to do it. If they did it again, like they just.
Well, yeah, it's two
Was
sides.
this a male? Was this a male or a female titty?
Nobody. We don't know yet.
The titty. We're talking about the titty.
See, that's important. I mean,
He
that's
got
a
halfway through, and he said he muted his mic.
Maybe it was a man with a little bit of that
Wow.
gynecomastia. We don't know yet. Like,
So what I want Beer Man to do is I want Beer Man to get Ryan Espy on this fucking show next week.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna read through the goddamn bylaws with him. We're gonna get to the fucking bottom of this shit. And I'm gonna ask him who the fuck is the ethics committee and who is the
yeah. And
Who
why
is
is
it?
Is it voted position or is it appointed position? That's what I
Yeah,
want.
like how do
we
you
don't
not
know?
know?
There's no details about that. It's like,
Yeah.
How do you not know?
where's the fucking transparency? You know?
That's
There's
the other
none.
thing. The committee should be 100% public because they make decisions for the public.
Well, yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
Vote them in too. We should.
Well,
There should be
okay.
a
Like if
fucking
we
vote
didn't
every
know
year.
who our prime minister was, same idea.
I'm reading the bylaws, and the
Wish I
first
didn't.
thing in the definitions of the bylaws, it says in these bylaws, society means Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation, and then it says under number 3, it says the society is ultimately accountable to the members of the society. That means everybody who's a member of the fucking Arm Wrestling Federation. So how are they accountable to you if you don't even know who the fuck they are on the goddamn ethics committee?
Yeah, it seems
How?
a little kind of like, what do you call that? Cloak and dagger shit.
Thus,
It's a
All right,
star
I give no
chamber.
fucks about what you guys are talking about. I'm going back to my story. So I poked a titty, and everybody laughed, right? And that was the end of it, right? It was oh, is Evan actually going to poke the titty back? Of course he is. Okay, fucking joke's over. My titties didn't get poked anymore. Everything was fine, right? A few weeks later, it comes to my attention that there was some fucking cancel culture Karen standing there, saw the encounter, and brought up only that Evan poked a titty in the after party of provincials. Luckily, there were several members on the board that were standing in the circle when it all happened, and they were like, fuck no, that is not what happened, and this is bullshit. Look, if you
So
want to
know
get
who's on the
Evan
committee.
banned, I'm okay with it. He's a dickhead. But I'm not going to let you have him banned for that when I know what the scenario was and it happened, right?
So
Now,
you
there
know
was
the board
several
members
people.
then. You just said
What?
there was a couple people on the board. Well, who are they?
I don't know. So this was not the ethics committee. This was not the ethics
Oh,
committee.
okay. I thought you said you two guys were on the ethics committee
This was
board.
before the ethics committee. Whenever I said earlier that I was brought up for a lifetime ban from the CAWF twice, and I'm the only one that was ever brought up on it once, and I got brought up on it twice. Then they started the ethics committee because of my bullshit. So the ethics committee wasn't even a thing back then. But there was people on the OAA board and CAWF board that were like, you are bringing a man up for a lifetime ban over something that you're just fucking out of your mind on.
Misinformed.
No, I didn't find out about the first one until after it was already shut down. Nope, not a thing. The second one, I kind of got questioned about.
Oh, about ejecting fucking what's his name? Gobby?
Well, I don't know if you guys want to hear the story or not.
Shoot.
I've heard it.
last story, then I gotta go, Evan.
Yeah, I gotta go too. So, real quick, I was at an event. Now, this motherfucker named Justin Major, I don't know if you know who he is, but you should.
Yep.
Him and Josh Bellin is a match I want to see. These are both massive motherfucker with huge hands.
Josh
Okay.
is massive.
That I think they match up real nice. I want to see that match. I am quite sure both of them are just going to rip my right arm open.
We'll
So
see
Justin
after he's
Major and
back.
we had arm wrestled 6 times against each other previous to this. 3 times I won, 3 times I got injured, right? I don't lose to the guy without getting hurt. He's a fucking monster. And when I do win, it was either because he was real young and new or I outfucked him, whatever. I get up against him in the finals of this event. Now I've got bottom 8-2 coming up where there's like, several thousands of dollars. I'm not willing to risk injury. I would rather lose this event than get injured coming up to that one, right?
That was always
And
Brian.
I get to the table. Now, the referee, Chris Gobby, who's a complete fucking cunt, every time I get to the table, he calls ref script as soon as I put my elbow down. Now, I was reffing the lightweights with him, and he asked me the question. He's like, so if somebody is known to fuck around. Can I just go straight to ref script? I said, no. According to the rules that you cannot. He must get the same amount of time for a setup as everybody else.
Fair
You
enough.
cannot play favoritism, whether you know it's like, well, what if it's Devin where you know they fuck around? Even if it's Devin, you can't do it. You must give him the allotted time in the rule set. Right? And every time I got to the table all day, right to ref script, right to ref script, right to ref script. Now I get to the finals against this dude where I know the chance of injury is fairly high with this fucking guy because he hurts me every fucking time he beats me. I don't want ref script. I will give up everything, knuckle, height, everything to get a little bit of distance so that I can get my shoulder on it. Whatever. I put my arm down. He says ref script. I was like, no, you fucking did it to me all day. No, you will give me a fair fucking match or I'm not pulling. He said, ref said ref script.
Oh,
fine.
Thanks.
Fine.
Then you shove him.
He wins. I walked over to the score table and was like, dude, I'm out. He wins. I get second. Write it down.
Wow.
Now, cunty thing of me to do, but I'm not willing to risk injury this close to a real fucking event with real money. Right? He's like, Evan, we can't do that. Everybody wants to see the finals. Like, we all knew it was going to be you and Justin in the finals. Like, I got to see it. Like, well, I'm not doing it with Gabi as the ref then. Give me a new ref and I will pull. But I want a fair fucking shake. He's like, yep, got it. Gabi's not reffing. I said, okay. Now I turned back, walked straight over the table, and I marched with authority. And when I got to the table, I was a little upset that Gabi was standing there because he's not the ref. Why is he still standing there? So I gently removed him about 8 feet in the air.
Yeah. I seen the video.
I didn't know he was that light. He looks bigger. I don't know. He went flying and he fucking yells at me, Evan, you're done. You're fucked. You're done. You're done if you fucking start with me right now. And he put his head down and looked at his fucking feet. So when he tells people on the internet, I'll be the same fucking dude in real life, he's full of shit. But I got brought up for a lifetime ban for that. And when they called me, I said, look, I did not put my hands on a referee. I put my hands on Gabi. Not only is he not an official referee, he was not even refereeing the match. He was standing in the referee's spot. And that one got dropped too. Anyways, Dakota, you got to go. Brian, you got to go. You can go ahead and say goodbye, plug your channel, whatever you want to do right now, Dakota.
Sean.
Just kidding. You're out. Brian, I'm sure you know what I'm about to do. So
Sure,
if
man.
you
Have a
want
good
to
night,
say
guys.
goodbye,
Nice meeting
you
you
should do it
guys.
quickly. That wasn't quick enough. David Tomes, Roy Baker,
Love you guys.
love both you guys, but I'm all fucked up. Go to bed.